Jeff Garcia fell under some fire by the woke mainstream media, by ESPN, by a lot of other people, because he said something about Mina Kimes that every single professional football player has likely said about someone in the sports journalism industry, whether it's a man or a woman who has never played a professional sport. And he's refusing to back down and apologize over it. Ex-49ers quarterback Jeff Garcia refuses to back down on criticism of ESPN's Mina Kimes for Jimmy Garoppolo comments. Now, if you missed what this was, Jeff Garcia put this out on Instagram. Who the hell is Mina Kimes, and when is the last time she threw a touchdown pass in a game? Never, ever has she taken a snap or can truly understand the ability, the mindset, the physical and mental toughness that it takes to play the QB position or any position in the NFL. The fact that there are people out here given a platform to talk about something that they have never done is hilarious. And that's how you have to look at her. She's a joke. So let's just laugh at her and support Jimmy, root on our Niners to go out and beat the living fuck out of one more team. That's what it takes. She will never know that feeling. Can I get an amen? Peace. Jeff Garcia got raked over the coals for an entire day from ESPN, from every single person with a check mark out there saying, Mina Kimes is wonderful and Jeff Garcia is just a sexist. It's ridiculous.
I'm trying to find out how's it sexist. Replace Mina Kimes with Skip Bayless. And just switch the pronouns.
Professional athletes have always talked shit about reporters and personalities on TV when they have takes like this. This is not isolated to a woman. This is not isolated, but this is what happens. You want your representation. We want to be included in your space. And then you get included. And then when you get criticized, like every fucking body that's ever been criticized for it, suddenly you're getting criticized because you're a woman. This is why people are tired of the identity politics. I saw Dan Orlovsky sitting there just like, oh, Mina Kimes is such an amazing human being. And I can't believe this. Shut up. She's not going to fuck you.
She might.
Well, she might.
But I want you guys to listen to what Jalen Rose, this is from a decade ago, what Jalen Rose is about to say to another person in the sports industry who has never played professional sports. This is a common theme with professional athletes, talking to analysts, whatever, who have never played. It's like, you don't understand. You've never been there. You've never done that. You can't understand what it takes. This isn't something new. Listen to Jalen Rose.
I say all that to say this. The reason why when you say or you demean other people that's done it, it's because you don't understand or respect the time, energy, and effort that has gone into being a professional. It's more than just watching the 48 minutes of the game. It's the physical, the mental, the emotional. You can't determine what goes on in the foxhole if you've never been in a foxhole. And the reason why people get...
Oh, wait, he's not talking to a woman. He's talking to Skip Bayless, a man. Bayless. That's who he's talking to.
The case about that is because you're insensitive a lot of times to the fact when you say, oh, you know a whole heck of a lot about sitting. Well, I'd rather sit on the Phoenix Suns bench than wonder about how I'm going to pull a hamstring running on the treadmill like you do every day.
This is how it's always been. And if you take what Jalen Rose said, like, that's essentially exactly what Jeff Garcia said. Never, ever has she taken a snap or can understand the ability, the mindset, the physical and mental toughness. Basically all the things that Jalen Rose just put out there. But Jeff Garcia has been attacked by the mainstream media as a sexist because of this. Look at this headline here. Well, let's see if I can find it. ESPN backs Mina Kimes after ex-49ers quarterback Jeff Garcia's sexist tirade.
There's nothing sexist in what he said.
Nothing. This is just that you can't criticize her because she's a woman. We want equality is what they continue to hear. We want equality. True. What does equality means? It means you get equal treatment.
Yeah.
Well, this is how you get treated equally, by getting roasted by athletes when you have a take that they don't like. This has happened for as long as any of us have been following sports. So now she's going to get roasted even more because that's exactly what's going to happen.
My question is, why doesn't these ESPN personalities let her fight her own battle? Because when Say Steele came out and gave her opinion on Barack Obama, how many ESPN employees came to her defense?
None.
Zero.
Yeah, it's really stupid, but Jeff Garcia is not backing down, which I really like. He says, well, first of all, I don't know anybody an apology for my beliefs and my experience at playing the quarterback position. The difficulty of that position, the expectation of that position, how qualified you have to be one of 32 starters in the NFL from a mental, physical standpoint. People want to comment and tear down individuals based on stats. The only stat that matters right now is, are you winning the game or are you losing? There was nothing sexist from what I had to say outside of the fact that, yeah, women don't play professional football. There are women who do participate, but it hasn't been a man, but had it been a man saying the same thing, I would have had the same response. For that man who has never stood in the pocket, who has never delivered a touchdown pass, who has never taken a hit to the head while trying to make a play from within the pocket. And I love what Jeff Garcia said. I've met this man. I've met Jeff Garcia. I talked to him for a little bit, got his autograph on a couple things. Cool dude. I like Jeff Garcia. He's getting destroyed and raked over the coals by these hypocritical mainstream media fucking losers, all because Mina Kimes is a female leftist. And the story. If this was Sage Steele, I don't think they'd be coming to her defense in the same way. It's because Mina Kimes is a woman, and it's because Mina Kimes is woke. These are the reasons that everyone feels the need to come out and virtue signal.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith is jumping on the bandwagon called Jeff Garcia sexist twice within the span of a couple of minutes. But Stephen A. has his own baggage when it comes to sexist comments.
And I think we have, I can pull up that here. Yeah, here it is. Here's the article from Bobby Burack over at Outkick. Stephen A. Smith, no stranger to sexist remarks, calls Jeff Garcia sexist for questioning Mina Kimes. Jeff Garcia, what he said about Mina Kimes was just ridiculous. Quite frankly, sexist, Smith said on First Take. I've never played football. There's plenty of men on television that are talking about sports who have never played football, but you're going to point the finger at her, who I believe does a sensational job, and I'm very proud to have her part of First Take. Mina Kimes is also the only person at ESPN who has the title of NFL analyst who has never played in the NFL. Every other NFL analyst who has that, you know, whether you're talking about Ryan Clark, whether you're talking about Dan Orlovsky, they're all former players. Keyshawn Johnson, whatever. But Mina Kimes is the only other person that has that title. Another reason to talk about this. Like accusations of racism, claims of sexism often cover for a claimant's own sense of shame. This time, it's no different than Stephen A. Smith. In 2015, Smith accused female soccer players of playing poorly in the Women's World Cup because they, quote, didn't want to mess their hair. Last year, Smith also says he doesn't think women should compete in the UFC. I don't want to see women fighting in the octagon, but that's just me. He also said he waded in the issue of domestic violence and accused some women of provoking men into hitting them. The problem is, Stephen A. Smith, when you decide to play this game, you have all this history of shit, whether it's the racial stuff, whether it's the sexist stuff, whatever. We have over a decade of Stephen A. Smith on TV saying things completely contrary to what he's saying now.
Yeah, and ESPN suspended him for the part about women shouldn't provoke men to do stuff. He got suspended for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
Have you guys ever seen this? Because Stephen A. Smith definitely respects women. He definitely respects women. Okay, it has nothing to do with anything other than, you know. Have you guys seen this before?
Everybody, is Stephen A. Smith from ESPN in the house, and you're watching TAB Sports. Do not take your eyes off of it for obvious reasons.
That is hilarious.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, he just respects his female colleagues.
What's up, everybody? It's Stephen A. Smith from ESPN in the house, and you're watching TAB Sports. Do not take your eyes off of it for obvious reasons.
When was this? This looks probably about 10 years ago.
This is years ago.
See, in the woke sports time, the woke sports media should be demanding that he apologizes for this.
100%. Like, this is the guy that wants to get up there and pretend. Again, it's always projection, dude. It's always projection with these motherfuckers. Okay. Stephen A. Smith has made comments. I remember I've looked for it and I can't find it. But there are comments. I remember when Tebow was doing his thing, you know, and it was the whole Skip Bayless versus thing. Stephen A. Smith actually took shots at Tebow by implying that the reason he couldn't throw the ball was because of his Christianity and being a virgin.
I remember that.
Like, how is that acceptable? to take a shot at somebody over their religion and their personal life. How is that acceptable? But the shit you want to say now, like everybody, like it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. So I'm just tired of the wokeness. I'm tired. Again, wokeness is a disease, and these hypocritical dudes like Stephen A. Smith pretending like he actually like is offended over this is the biggest load of bullshit I've ever seen.
I agree.
Yeah, me too.
The whole thing is stupid and proves why the woke sports media is dying.